I'm turning 20 today. Isn't that supposed to be some sort of special day? So sorry for the Dusk Dawn reference. I'm definitely going to pony hell for that one. But as of recording this right now, it is June the 12th, the day this abomination was. Okay, I'll stop with the self-deprecation jokes. Anyway, today is my birthday, and yep, I am 20 years old. I'm sure that's the cue for one of you or just some random stranger watching this video to say, hey, shouldn't you be out of your parents' house by now? Shouldn't you be out looking for a high-end job or something and all that stereotypical shit? But jokes aside, I honestly don't really care that I'm 20. I don't really see it as that much of a big, important thing. It's really just a number to me. But nonetheless, today was underwhelming but fun. That's how I describe it. I woke up pretty late in the afternoon because I didn't get that much sleep the night before. Me and, well, what remains of my family went to a restaurant that I often liked to go to as a kid. And, yeah, we had a decent time there. And as we were leaving, I actually managed to get some photos of a Lamborghini Gallardo that was parked outside, so yeah, that was a treat. And then when we got home, we had cake, and I just blasted some music on my phone. It was mostly just Sia or MLP stuff, just, you know me. And well, here I am now, in front of my Huawei P20 phone's camera, just speaking my mind into it like an idiot. First off, I would love to give a shout out to an artist who goes by the name Fushy Diamond or Fushi Diamond on DeviantArt, and on Twitter as Dot, literally in all caps, for making this fan art for me. Yes, it was commissioned by my good friend Eugene, but still, I'm just gonna call you Fushi Diamond. To Fushi Diamond, very, very good work on this. Again, even though it's a commission and, you know, you were paid to do it like a job, thank you for it anyway. Obviously, a lot of work goes into stuff like this, and it feels so... Now that I really see it, it feels so surreal seeing my unique crossbreed canine alicorn OC in such a realistic style like this. I seriously look more like I'm 70% canine more than 60% canine, which is what my, you know, blood and genes is supposed to be. And of course, I'm with my two top waifus. I mean, if for those of you who pay very close attention to the things I say, you'll know that Applejack is also one of my waifus, but she's really my third in terms of top 3 waifus, or you know what I mean, like ranking them. Twilight is my number 1, Tempest is my number 2, and Applejack is 3. This picture is still nice, and Eugene himself actually told me that he was working on his actually own original work of art for me, but he said it wasn't finished yet. And I told him not to rush it because I believe that art is something that should never be rushed, because I know from experience as an artist myself that when you rush something, mistakes are overlooked and the end result often won't be something you're very proud of. And also a bigger shout out to one of my newer friends of mine, Fluttershy Fan 1997, I believe. That's what he goes by on DeviantArt, for making this cute little thing for me. And I love how accurate to the show he made me look in this picture. I mean, obviously this isn't technically art, it's more like image editing, but it's really good image editing. I mean, I guess the only thing it could have added was like circle shadows underneath, but still it looks really good. It looks like I'm actually there. Because obviously, now a part of when it comes to scale, when it comes to my OC Frostcloud, he's actually not the height of a typical stallion. He's not the height of Shining Armor or Big Mouth. He's not taller than the average mare, basically. When it comes to him and Twilight or him and Applejack, they're basically a same height couple. So Frostcloud got his sort of feminine looks from his full feral husky mother, Sheila Cloud. So that's basically where he got most of his looks from, and he got his equine counterparts from his father because he's a full unicorn. But again, to Fluttershy Fan 1997, thank you for making this. It seems like a double date too, because as you can tell by his name, you can tell that Fluttershy is his waifu, so it feels like a bit of a double date. Too bad you didn't have enough room to put Tempest in there, but it's still nice. It's the thought that counts. So yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And now, I could have once again had a bit of a pity party for myself of saying, I didn't create as much as I could have before this year's BronyCon. Well, I still have an entire month of July ahead of me, and I'm gonna tell you about some plans I have for that month. Since it's going to be the month containing the day where I inevitably depart for the last special weekend in Baltimore, Maryland, I thought I would dedicate July, because it's going to be during the season hiatus. I've already recorded all my reactions up to episode 13, because apparently the episodes were leaked early in Italy, but I don't plan on releasing the reactions until the actual air dates on Saturday. So I've already recorded them, just haven't edited them and uploaded them yet, but I have seen all the way up to episode 13, so for me, I'm already on season hiatus, so I wanted to dedicate this year's July to being nostalgic. I wanted to make reactions making fun of my older videos, making fun of how bad the quality is, making fun of how much I used to stutter before I learned that editing is something you need to do on a regular basis, and maybe doing some other old stuff to reminisce of the older days of my life as a brony, or the earlier golden ages of the brony fandom. Maybe I'll do a revisit review on one of my old favorite episodes from season 5, or even an earlier season. Or maybe do a top 10 old songs from season 1, I don't know. But this month I really felt that I should pay my respects by being as nostalgic as I can. Maybe I'll even dedicate August to the same thing, because August is obviously going to be the month where that's when we're all going to hear it. That thank you all for coming down here to the beautiful Baltimore Convention Center one last time. Thank you for helping us build something beautiful one last time. We cannot repay any of you enough for just going out of your way to come down here and maybe help someone to see that they're not alone in the world. Maybe there's someone at BronyCon who feels that no one likes them or no one loves them. They just can't see their self-worth. And yeah, I know I'm a person who needs to take my own advice, but I'm just saying, BronyCon can do things for people. I mean, look at what it did to me during my first trip there back in 2016. It gave me a bit of an attitude change, because after I got that experience and I saw the fandom from a much bigger and broader light at that convention, I realized what a good life I had there, and my interest in the fandom kind of went back up again. You could say I was going through a bit of a slump during that time, but this, maybe it's the reason why this birthday felt a bit underwhelming. It's because all my focus and efforts is going to this year's BronyCon. I literally think of this year's BronyCon as something more important. It's more than just a time to have MLP related fun, go to panels, maybe go to a screening, meet your favorite voice actors, or buy stuff, or whatever. It's more than that. It's more than just an excuse to have fun. It basically feels like, I guess for me at least, it feels like a veterans hall for people like me, for people who have been in the fandom for such a long time. To see so many people from the same fandom in the building, sharing more than just the same interests, sharing their friendship, sharing their commitment, just sharing that power, that magic of we'll be there for each other, no matter what. And hopefully that's going to be even better when some of my friends end up making it and we get to be like a multi-person squad. And that might make me feel a little more comfortable when, in case I meet some people there who I honestly don't want to run into, because I want the experience to be as positive as possible. So that's what I hope to do this July. And hopefully I won't be having that fear and anxiety that keeps me from doing the things that I want to do, from creating the things that I want to create. for making the videos that I want to make. And other than saying that my actual birthday presents aren't going to be here until about June the 17th, because Amazon tells me that the stuff I ordered is not going to be here on this day, so that's a shame, but hey, at least it's going to be here. I guess it's better late than never. And what they basically consist of is it's basically going to be an extra, like, those vertical stand accessory for my PS4. I got a copy of Need for Speed Carbon for PS3 on the way, because believe it or not, I haven't tried that. I have so many hours clocked into Most Wanted, and I've always wanted to give Carbon a try, because I know it's kind of a direct sequel to the story of Most Wanted, so I've always wanted to give it a try. And I got the Black Edition of Most Wanted for PS2, because I heard there was extra stuff in it. And I got the 2015 Need for Speed for PS4. Yes, I haven't heard the greatest things about the game, but I've always wanted to give it a try ever since I saw trailers for it back in 2015. That was before I had a PS4, so I wasn't seeing any of that. But now that I do, I thought, I gave Rivals a try and I ended up liking it, so why not give this one a chance? But other than that, I want to wrap up this video with one more thing. Even though I don't really think very highly of it, when I look at that number, 20, I don't necessarily think about my life, really. It makes me think of how long I've been a brony for, how long I've been dedicated to this, how long I've been doing this for. I started my channel in the late months of... Actually, no, I started my channel pretty much at the end of 2013. Back when I was 14, so... I've been doing this for almost exactly 6 years now. And, I mean, I became a brony in summer of that year, so yeah, I guess it's exactly 6 years since I became a brony, but that's really before I started my channel, like months and months later, before my internet got better. I remember the old days of me being a brony, me being scared to admit it to my mother at the first place. Because, yes, I was retarded back then, but I used to believe that being a brony automatically made you a homosexual. And I'm not a homophobe or anything. I have absolutely nothing against homosexual people. In fact, I do not tolerate homophobia at all. But me, what I meant is, I was afraid that I was something that I would be bullied for. And unfortunately, you know, anti-bronies and just cyberbullies in the sense of saying, oh, grown men shouldn't be liking something that we have deemed is not, like, as if there's some sort of god that can determine what you can watch. Unfortunately, a lot of us still encounter those types of people, but hopefully they don't suffer the same fate as Michael Moronis almost did. And soon enough, that all went away, because I know that the best way to get rid of those types of people is to not give them any attention, because once they realize they're not getting any attention, they realize their efforts are all for nothing, because that's all they want from you. They want you to break down on camera. They want you to be crying and saying, please stop doing this to me. They're not gonna listen. They're just gonna archive that and say, how pathetic. Now let's pick on him or her some more. So basically, you just have to starve the attention, because that's basically their food. That's basically their high. They're like changelings. That's what they thrive off of. They thrive off of that attention. They're basically attention whores. They basically do these atrocious things. They do and say these atrocious things just to get a reaction out of someone. And it makes them feel high and mighty. Okay, I'm not trying to turn this into an anti-bullying video, but I'm just saying, that was one of the stages of me being a brony back in the day. I will never forget the cringy time where I went on like some sort of religious person saying that, oh, Klopp is disgusting and these artists should be ashamed of themselves. I'm laughing at myself because it's understandable, but it's stupid. But it's understandable because I did it out of not wanting to be bullied and being accused of being into, like, bestiality or, like, anything like that. And I was tired of other people being accused of that stuff when maybe they're not even into that stuff at all. Like, maybe they're not NSFW artists, maybe they're just SFW artists, but they're still being accused of this sort of stuff. It's the whole guilt by association thing. It's bullshit. But that's what drove me to making that absolutely atrocious video. I might do a reaction to it this July, because that's definitely a memorable yet abomination moment in my brony history. But you know what? That's the good thing about mistakes. We can learn from them and work to improve ourselves. And well, here I am now, preparing for the hardest moment probably in being a brony, saying goodbye to the very generation of the franchise that has basically brought me back from searching for suicide methods. And I don't have very high hopes for Generation 5, but a good friend of mine tried to tell me, he gave me some encouraging wise words that try to look at the reboot as its own thing. Try not to compare it to Friendship is Magic so much. Try to look at Friendship is Magic as its own thing. Try to look at Friendship is Magic as something that had a good run and ended really nicely. I'll try to do that. I mean, it's going to be hard to swallow all the drastic changes. I've seen some concept art. I don't want to say what it is because it's spoilers, but I'm just going to miss this all. But hey, I mean, at least we all got our physical copies, or yeah, even our downloaded pirated copies. But at least we have the memories, and that'll never be taken away from us. And honestly, I think that's all I really have to say. I know this video is going to take me a while to edit because the duration footage rolling shows that it's already at 25 minutes. So, I think I've rambled on like some idiot having a birthday drink even though I'm not even an alcoholic at all. Again, thank you all for sticking by me this long. I've honestly sunken into a feeling where I feel I don't even deserve these subscribers because I'm not as active as I used to be, and that's my fault, and I believe that I'm just in that stage of I feel that I've taken too much than I have given. But for those of you who choose to stay, thank you for sticking by me for this long. And to those people who made those birthday-related things for me, thank you all for putting your work into it. It is very flattering to see my OC appear in other people's art. I don't know how to describe it. It's just so surreal. Maybe it's because it doesn't happen often. And anyways, here's to another crazy, yet hopefully not too horrible new year for me in terms of age. Thank you all for tuning in once again. Keep frosty, and have a wonderful day. Broha.